You are welcome here. May you find peace. You are welcome here. No matter who you are welcome here. You are welcome here. Hello, everyone. Eventually, I hope to also record this as an audio podcast for people like me who like to listen while they drive or do other things. I know multitasking and mindfulness are not supposed to go hand in hand, but no one is perfect. Certainly not me. I haven't figured out the technology and logistics of the podcast world yet. I'm also very uncomfortable on camera, and I don't know yet even where to look. So bear with me as I figure this out. And sometimes there's creepy reflections in my glasses. Just bear with me. I decided to just jump in and go ahead and start doing videos because Spirit keeps nagging me to quit procrastinating and start already. I've been thinking and planning this for over a year. I have a perfectly good excuse for procrastinating. I'm late for everything. I was even late for my own birth. No, really. Everything always works out exactly the way it is supposed to. Our time is not the same as Spirit's time, but time is not today's topic, so I'll quit procrastinating and begin. Welcome to the very first episode of the Peace Monger Podcast, where music welcomes you and conversation aims to remind us all who we are. My name is Aimée, and I'm a peace monger. You are welcome here, whoever you may be. You are welcome here. May you find peace. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. Wherever you have been, you are welcome here. May you find peace. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. Whatever you believe, you are welcome here. May you find peace. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. Whomever you may love, you are welcome here. May you find peace. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. How big, how small your dreams, you are welcome here. May you find peace. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. May you find peace. You are welcome here. May you find peace. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. This is the song I chose for this very first episode of the Peace Monger Podcast because it's the theme song for the podcast. So I thought I should kick off the series. A peace monger is someone who spreads peace far and wide as possible, trading and giving it to those who need it. All of us need some peace in our lives. The fact that thousands of people every single day for months walked in spirit or in deed with a group of Buddhist monks across the United States is testimony that people need peace. They are craving peace. They walked through sun, rain, wind, snow, flu, blisters, flowers, and insults, encouraging each of us to try to be a calm drop of inner peace in an ocean of outward chaos. I had already planned and written most of this episode before the venerable monks began their walk. Their commitment to peace and their simple act of walking motivated me to stop just planning and thinking and actually do the thing. This Peace Monger Podcast. Because now is the time when peace mongers all over the world can have a strong positive impact. So many people are craving peace within and without, within and outside of themselves, ourselves. Now is the time. Here is the place. I am the one and you are the one to bring the light of peace into the world. With all the chaos going on in the world right now, I had been racking my brain trying to think, it's so big. What can I do? I'm only one person. Well, I can sing. And I write music. And I can sing music. And I can talk. I can talk to people. And so I decided to start a podcast because that's what I can do. That's where my talents lie. I'm not a politician. I'm not a minister other than ordained online. But I am a deep thinker. And I am a singer. And I'll talk about that in different episodes. But for now, just know that you too can be a peace monger and spread peace to those you meet. Together, we can make the world a more loving place, a more peaceful place. Peace spreads in the world one soul at a time. I chose You Are Welcome Here as the theme song for the podcast because everyone is welcome here. I would go so far as to say that you are radically welcome here. Why would I begin a podcast about making, sharing, or living in peace with a song about welcoming strangers and friends alike? Because the act of radically welcoming other people into our lives is one potential pathway to peace. When I say radical welcome, I mean welcoming people without judgment and with unconditional love, regardless of who they are or where they come from. what they look like or who they love, what language they speak, or how they navigate the day-to-day necessities of life. And regardless of past mistakes or heartfelt amends. This is the kind of welcome that Jesus taught. This is also the kind of welcome that Bishop Desmond Tutu of South Africa lived. And this is the kind of welcome I encourage all of us to practice. One simple example from my own life of this radical, bold welcoming happened when I was 10. I was not the one who extended the welcome. I was closed up in a shell of discomfort, fear, isolation, and judgment. I was shy almost to the point of physical discomfort. I had just had my whole world turned upside down with a move that included family dynamic shifts, a new house, my first home being prepared for demolition, and a new school where I did not know anyone. I had also moved from the country into town. And I had moved to a part of town where my older siblings had not already paved the way. So I was in a school where nobody knew me, nobody knew my family. I felt alone, out of place, and with no confidence to meet new friends. After a few days at my new school without friends and barely talking to anyone, a blonde girl came and sat across from me. She smiled and introduced herself. She became one of my dearest friends, and I am so grateful that Anita reached out to me and showed me how to accept new friends into my comfort zone without judgment or preconceived notions and without fear. Until then, that task had seemed impossible for me. I had unknowingly been judging myself as unworthy, and I had been assuming that everyone around me was also judging me. That was a heavy burden for a small child. But my friend Anita made me realize that I was worthy of friendship. Suspending judgment and welcoming new people into our sphere of existence can expand our comfort zone, break down artificial divisions, and lead us closer to personal peace. When we judge, we create an uneasy internal tension, which gets in the way of peace. Because when we judge each other, we cannot help but to judge ourselves because we are all connected. That conflict confuses the mind into thinking there are differences between us. But in reality, our spirit knows that when we look at each other, we are just looking at a mirror likeness of ourselves in the other. That judgment and confusion can present as anger, sadness, frustration, or other emotions of unease. Because we are judging ourselves, thinking we are judging other people, and there's a lot of confusion in that. There can be no peace with all of that noise and judgmental confusion. The noise of judgment must be laid aside in order to radically welcome others into your life and to open pathways toward peace. Judgment just gets in the way. One way to help yourself feel peace is to try to suspend judgment. See what happens. If you don't think that you can suspend judgment, then try asking Spirit to help you be willing to do that so that you can radically welcome others into your life. And here's another thing. Too often we judge ourselves when we can't stop judging other people. Like, you can say, okay, Aimée, stop judging people. Or Aimée, I go by both. Okay, Aimée, stop judging people. The next thing I know, I'm like, oh, she's not doing this right. She's not doing that. Crumb puppies. I'm judging myself. But we have to have compassion for ourselves when we don't live up to our own expectations of anything. Non-judgment, attachment, whatever. We have to give ourselves compassion and grace. Because you do not deserve to be judged either. Give yourself grace. If you can suspend self-judgment and forgive yourself, you can do that for anyone. Because goodness knows we are our own worst judges. Recognizing the humanity of other people and seeing ourselves in them and seeing them in ourselves helps us to understand that we are all parts of a greater whole. And understanding that we are all parts of a greater whole helps us to let go of judgment because we can see that we are all one. Once we dissolve judgment and the belief in other, we can truly begin to love thy neighbor as thyself, the way Jesus taught. There's a saying that says not to judge someone until you've walked a mile in their shoes. In other words, try to see their perspective without assuming bad intentions. Being willing to suspend judgment for ourselves and others is the first step toward radical welcoming. Once you see yourself and other people, it's hard to stay at odds with them unless we're also at odds with ourselves. We can have different beliefs, different politics, different skin color or abilities, but one thing that we all have in common is that we are human. We are all children of the divine universe, and we are all connected. We are all related. And we are all doing our very best that we know how while navigating this world. And we all deserve a little grace while doing so. even if we interpret things differently from one another. We're all doing our best. So are you. So am I. So is that neighbor that has the political signs up that you don't agree with. We're all doing our best with the tools that we have and the way that we know how. So practice radical welcoming. Welcome yourself. Love yourself. And welcome your friends, your family, your neighbors, your strangers. Just welcome. Just see how that feels. To welcome. Be radically welcoming without judgment. Without judgment. I hope that during our time here together, you found some joy and peace to put in your pocket. Yes, I've got a pocket. You can't see it. And carry with you wherever you go. You can bring it out whenever you need it. And the more peace and joy you share, the more you get. One way I renew my peace and joy reserves is to recall and or sing a song, or a part or a phrase from a song, to remind me who I am and how I want to move through this life. So in this podcast, I'll be sharing with you some of my songs, some of my techniques for finding peace. Times when my own heart is in turmoil or the world is in turmoil. Things that help anchor me and hopefully may help you anchor yourself. The monks talked about focusing on your breath. My nose is a little snotty right now, so my breath sounds a little loud, but still observing my breath helps. But also for me, I find the divine in music. And this is one of the ways I stay grounded or reground myself when I'm all So I just wanted to share with you that we all find peace in different ways. Some with the breath, some with the heartbeat, some with music, some with poetry, or meditation, or a good, stupid, sloppy, romantic movie. We all find peace in our own ways. And this podcast, the music that I'm sharing, and I'll be sharing different goofy videos of animals or whatever that also bring me peace and joy. But I will try to focus on the music and the conversations. And just remember who you are. Remember who you are. You are a divine child of the divine goodness that created this world and created you. Whether you believe in God or not, or science, just remember we are all the same. We are all related. We all have the same DNA. We all come from the same place, whether you call it Adam and Eve or the primordial slush. I can't remember what it's called from my anthropology class. We all come from the same place. So I will leave it at that. Blessed be everyone. And don't forget to breathe. You are welcome here, whoever you may be. You are welcome here, wherever you have been. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. Whatever you believe, you are welcome here. Whomever you may love, you are welcome here. You are welcome here. How big or small your dreams, you are welcome here. May you find peace, you are welcome here. You are welcome here. May you find peace, you are welcome here. May you find peace, you are welcome here. If you like what you find here at the Peace Monger Podcast, hit like and subscribe. Help peace grow in the world, one person at a time, one click at a time, one smile at a time, one song at a time, one you at a time.